Before you raise and support the vehicle, take a breaker bar and a 21mm socket, break the lug nuts free while the vehicle is on the ground. Raise and support your vehicle. Since the lug nuts are loose, I can use the socket and finish removing them. Remove the wheel, place it aside. Working at the sway bar link, there are 2 nuts holding it on, and there is a 19mm sort of socket, or there's a 19mm like head on the back of this that you can counter hold. So I'm going to put a 19mm wrench in there. Use some rust penetrant on the threads. Take a 14mm socket and a breaker bar. And counter hold it. Break this free. I'm going to work on the upper one before it comes completely out. I've switched to a ratchet now that I've got it free. And I'm just going to turn it off. These are locking nuts, so they can be a little slow moving. It's pretty common that the part on the back of the sway bar link that you want to counter hold, there's sometimes just basically a round part with 2 flat spots for your wrench, and they can strip really easily. It's very, very common. So now I'm going to use some locking pliers because it's almost out. I'm going to try to lock the sway bar link in place, this part, so it can turn the nut without spinning the link inside the ball joint. You can tighten these up. It's actually starting to smoke from the friction. Now I've got it past the locking part of the nut. It's coming a lot smoother. You can actually see it steaming a little bit. It's not a completely round opening. It's sort of an oblong opening. That's what makes this nut a locking nut. It'll be easier to see on the brand new one, but that's why it's so difficult to come off. You can put an Allen key in here and try to counter hold it. That might work for a little while. Usually Allen keys strip out. The best bet is to try to get something behind it, like locking pliers or a wrench that fits, to try to counter hold this while you take it off. You can remove the locking pliers now. This link should come out of this up here. You can finish removing the bottom. You can counter hold the bottom. All right, I'm actually going to put this link back in here so it's not bouncing around on me. Now our sway bar link is removed. Here's our old sway bar link from our vehicle. Here's our brand new one from 1aauto.com. They are similar in design and size. As you can see, it comes with locking nuts and that they have an oval shape to them. So as you tighten this down and it gets to this oval part, that's when it starts to lock. Here we have the counter hold area, so you can put a wrench on there and counter hold it. On the originals, it just had like flat spots and then they were mostly round, so that's why they rounded off so easily when we were trying to remove it, and we had to use vice grips. These are easier to install by having the wrench on there. So this should fit great and get your car on the road. Take our new sway bar link, slide it into place, capture the bottom one. It's got like a ball joint in it, so you can, I'll throw the nut on here so it doesn't fall out. There's a ball joint on it, so you can bend it a little bit. Get it to fit. Capture this nut up here. This counter hold with a 14mm. Use a 16mm wrench to tighten it. If you've got a ratcheting wrench, you could use that, or a socket and ratchet. It will start to get tighter as you come over the locking part. Just going to bring this bottom one snug, and we'll come back and torque it. Tighten up the top one the same way. Counter hold the sway bar link. Torque is 37 to 44, so I'm going to torque it to 40. Repeat for the upper nut. Install the wheel. Thread them on by hand first. Torque on these is 72 to 85. I've got the torque wrench set to 80 foot-pounds. Go cross pattern. The wheel is installed and torqued.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.